Okie dokie, everybody. Welcome back. You're here at the Fox Den with Pater Voss, the Papa Fox, and we're going to continue playing Pillars of Eternity. When we last left off, we had our claim of Caed Nua contested by a rather surly and unpleasant sort of noble. That's probably going to come back to bite us in the butt, but there we go. Okay, so now what do we need to do? We need to go to Anslag's Compass for Commander Cliver and the Crucible. Knights of the Crucible. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. That or that. Let's see what we hear. No, can't do that either. So that just leaves us with this and going to Anslag's Compass. So
Sure.
we shall go to Anslag's Compass. How are y'all doing? I am doing absolutely wonderfully. Well, this weekend was actually a bit of a endurance or constitution, a series of constitution saving throws, to use D&D terms. My wife got a terrible migraine. This lasted for a couple of days, and it was no fun. So basically, me and my little guy, we got to my son, we got to hang out and be pals and everything. I had to read him Dr. Seuss like who knows how many different times, so that was kind of fun. But I'm not gonna deny it. It is a little bit tiring. I've said this many times before, but I don't have any idea how single parents can do the things that they do. This is going to be a bit of a tangent because I feel so strongly about this. Oh, one moment. But prestigious visitor, palace messenger. We're actually going to take a quick detour. We're going to go back to our place. Let's go ahead and get something completed. Okay, let's see, what can we do here? Craft hall, curio shop, artificers, forum, botanical garden, Warden's Lodge, courtyard pool. Okay, hedge maze. We are going to get the maze, probably, maybe the barracks? No, we already got the barracks. Yes, we're going to go get the maze. We want to have as much defense as possible. Yes, that is what we want. Game unpaused. Let's go back to Caed Nua. Yeah, we owe it to ourselves as a society, as a culture, to give as much support as we can to people who choose to be parents and people who want.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Very nice. Glanfath and Soul Hunter, but was accosted. Oh, right. Oh, we can hire folks. Right, I forgot about that. But yeah, we owe it to ourselves to give as much support as we can to people who choose not to and choose to be parents. I'd love to get guaranteed paid paternity leave as being a father. We don't have that. Just as much as we have paid maternity leave. I mean, yes, okay, you can have it pull double duty and everything for like FSLA stuff and whatnot, but being a parent is tough, and the things that we need are the things that we're not getting, and I wish that were different. Anyways, I'll leave that off for a conversation for another time. Let's go ahead and hire some folks. Warden of the Wilds, hire you. Rota Linebreaker. Okay, maybe a Scald. That might be kind of nice. We definitely want a Cleric, though. Gold-packed Knight. Let's go ahead and get the Scald, the Shock Mage. Mind Striker would be kind of cool. And whatnot. The Orderless Disciple. There we go. Return to court. Quest added. let's go ahead and see what we have to see in our grand hall. But yeah, it was a bit of a tough weekend. Not like super tough. It was just, again, a series of Constitution saving throws. But at the end of it all, I get to settle back for the evening with a nice couple of glasses of wine. I had myself some comfort food, and it's a bit of a guilty pleasure. I do like Panda Express. I probably shouldn't eat it as often as I do, but it's a treat I allow myself every so often. There we go. I bear a message from the Ducal Palace. Hello. Oh, so if I do ramble a little bit, it's because my mouth has been lubricated with an alcoholic beverage. So, there we go. Pardon the intrusion, my lord. Chancellor Warren urgently requests that you meet him at the Charred Barrel in Brackenbury. Chancellor Warren, he's the legal arbiter. Okay, cool. He made his acquaintance. This was the guy who was the witness, I believe. All right. Why isn't the Chancellor meeting me at the palace? Perhaps the Chancellor is meeting with you in an unofficial capacity. It happens from time to time. Is this about Caed again? I don't know. My apologies. Okay. Let's actually go and deal with... what? Leaves the stronghold. Okay, cool. We are actually going to go back to Brackenbury. Yes. Not the Grey Goose, not in Copper Lanes. Take another sip. For those of you who are curious.
It's coming along nicely.
Yes, it is. I am having a Boda box. I'm not afraid to admit it. I do drink boxed wine from time to time. It is a little bit more economical than getting a glass bottle, and it does the trick. Of course, if money was not an issue, I would, of course, have a nice collection of fine wines and meads, but alas, is not so. There we go. I'm not much of a beer person. I've never really liked the taste of beer. I actually really do love the taste of a lot of hard ciders. Actually, a really good thing, and so those of you who are listening, if you've already had it, you'll know that this tastes good if you enjoy it. But if you haven't had this type of drink, it might sound a little odd. What you do is you get a hard cider, or you get a pint glass, fill half with Guinness, and the other half with a hard cider, and oh, it tastes delicious. First, you get fill it with half with cider, and then the top half is with Guinness. So you get that nice chocolatey, thick goodness of the Guinness, and then once you get to a certain point, you start getting that mixed in with the nice light crisp of the cider, and oh, it just tastes so delicious. Ah, Chancellor Warren, hello. Lord Peter Voss, what brings you to Brackenbury? Oh, I probably gotta... Lord Peter Voss, what brings you to Brackenbury? Look around the room. You realize that the Charred Barrel has gone quiet, and turned to see the last of the patrons quickly disappearing through the front door. A moment later, a group of armed men and women stride into the tavern. A twist. Oh dear. The Chancellor quickly ducks behind the table. The woman leading the armed group lowers her cowl and with one hand while keeping the other on a pistol tucked into her belt. You immediately recognize Gathbin's captain. Now that the sheep have been herded from their pen, you and I can conduct our business, unfortunate as it may be. I remember you. You were with Lord Gathbin at the palace. And I you. She grins. I'll admit, you seem quite interesting. Alas, duty calls. What do you want? Oh, I think you know. Lord Gathbin has ordered your death. She forces a frown. A shame, really. I admire your exploits, even if only half of them are true. Sadly, I have my orders. Gathbin will lose. You should work for me. The man is a swine, albeit noble, wealthy swine. Her lip curls in feigned disgust. Were I to do it again, I doubt I'd have taken up taken in with him. But what's done is done, and Lord Gathman is as ruthless as he is arrogant. He'll go to great lengths to avenge a betrayal. What could you offer to make me consider such a risk? A better life serving an honorable lord? I've heard of such stories about you. They can't all be true, can they? She's silent a moment. Tales of your charity, your kindness, but I also see strength in you. But is that enough to best Lord Gathman? That gamble's too rich for my blood. Still, I think I can tell Gathman that you didn't take the bait and never showed up here. No need for anyone to die today, eh? She looks to her troops, and they nod in agreement. Know this. The day will soon come when you must face Lord Gathman. I've lived this long by knowing which side to be on. Prove yourself on the battlefield, and who knows? Until we meet again, Pater Voss. Ooh, we managed to duck out of that. Well, that was unexpected. Warren emerges from beneath his table and smooths his rumpled sleeves of his robe. Does make strange reports I've received from the grasp make more sense in context, however. What haven't you told me? Earl Padmore decided to keep an eye on Lord Gathman's activities. Gathman has been hiring a lot of men recently, but for what purpose we can't say. I'd advise you to take extra precautions at Caed Nua. He may be attempting to place spies or saboteurs within your walls. Be wary, Pater Voss. I don't think you've seen Lord Gathman's endgame yet. He swallows the rest of his ale and gives you a curt nod before heading for the door. Huh. Well, that's mildly upsetting. Looks like we're going to have to defend our claim on our own keep. We have to play for keeps. Ha ha! There we go. I am on my game. Literally, actually, I'm playing a game right now. Okay, let's go back to Caed Nua. Hello, everybody. But I hope you all have been having a good weekend. If I am actually currently recording this the day of the Super Bowl. If that is your thing, then by all means...
Looks a little healthier than before.
Yes, okay. By all means, enjoy it. Speak to the mob in front of the Great Hall at Caed Nua. Ooh. Let's go ahead and select something new to construct. I want more defense. Training grounds. That seems like it'll be the next thing we need to do. Yes. I want to get that defenses up as high as possible. But if you're enjoying the Super Bowl, then please, by all means. I know there's a whole lot of things going on around it. I wouldn't pay, so they set my crops on fire. When my boy tried to stop him, they knocked him over the head. He's alive, but he can't think straight no more. Your boy got lucky. My guards, good men both, got put to the sword after they surrendered. I paid those thugs what they wanted, but they took everything I had. There he is! A woman points at you. All eyes in the crowd turn their hostile gazes upon you. Can I help you people with something? We don't need help. We just want you to leave us alone. We want justice. Go on. You sent your men to my farm to collect a crop tax, saying we was overdue. For me, it was a road toll. I've been traveling up and down this way for years, and this was the first I've heard of such a thing. Other people in the crowd chime in with similar stories. What makes you think I sent these men? They said they were acting on orders from the Lord of Caed Nua. That's you. Those weren't my men. Then who were they? They weren't no common bandits. If this happens again, it's not on my orders. You heard it directly from me. Say we believe you. What about what we've lost? What about my crops? And my goods? And the families of my guards? You can count on it. We're going to give them money, because that's really what these people need, and I have a lot of it, so why not? Share this amongst yourselves. Most generous of you, my lord. The villagers nod and smile at you, uttering thanks as they distribute the coins between them. Well, there we go. Ah, angry mobs. The inevitable thorn in every ruler's side, eh, Pater Voss? They're good people. Can't blame them for reacting that way. Your subjects are fortunate to have a leader that understands the compassionate side of nobility. But for now, they will have to wait. I have news about Lord Gathbin. Let's discuss it in the Great Hall, away from curious ears. Oh, the plot even thickens further. Okay, Great Hall it is. Let's see what the Mr. Whitecloak has up his sleeve for us to know. Alrighty. Hello, Mr. Valiant Shock Mage. Hello, Mr. Marshal Forwin. Lord Pater Voss. I have received word that Lord Gathbin is amassing an army of mercenaries near Yenwood Field. It appears a peaceful claim to Caed Nua is no longer possible. The Earl has sent me to aid you in forming your own force to counter this threat. I'm here in an advisory role only, of course. The Earl won't officially take sides in this dispute. Why won't the Earl officially legitimize my claim? It's a delicate situation. Legally, Lord Gathbin's claim is just, and he knows it. Stripping land and title from a noble family is quite dangerous, perhaps more so than killing the man outright. With Gathbin dead, the Earl only need worry about blood vengeance from family members that actually cared for Lord Gathbin. Those, if court gossip is to be believed, are few and far between. Losing a family claim to a land and title, though, such disputes incite hatred from the entire clan and their political allies, not to mention the unease it causes amongst the other nobles. Wars are started for less. No. If Gathbin is to be denied, it will be you who must prove your legitimacy to the Earl and all others who would dispute your claims. This is what it means to be noble in the Deerwood. If there's anything else you wish to know, please ask. How much time do I have? Enough. It's rumored Lord Gathbin will only suffer a series of unfortunate and completely unforeseeable setbacks before his army is complete. He grins and winks. Still, I'd not tarry too long. Why not let Gathbin's army come to me? Lord Gathbin isn't fool enough to risk tearing down Caed Nua just to kill you, and if you shield yourself behind these walls, you'll have free rein to torment your subjects in the countryside. Earl Baedmar will see your inaction against Lord Gathbin as a sign that you are unwilling to perform your duties as Lord of Caed Nua. Losing his support will have dire consequences. Taking the fight to Lord Gathbin is your only option. Let's talk about my army. The Marshal nods. Where am I getting my troops? I've sent out a call for volunteers from the lands around Caed Nua. Hopefully people will realize that being under your rule is preferable to that of Lord Gathbin's. Any hireling stationed at Caed Nua will also accompany you to the battle, so I suggest you acquire as many of them as possible. However, most of these men and women have no military experience. Hopefully you can gain additional allies. The Knights of the Crucible, perhaps, or the Dozens. What's the status of my regular troops? The Marshal shakes his head. Too green and too few. If you go up against Lord Gathbin now, losses will be heavy. However, victory is still possible. We need to recruit veteran troops. Okay, 10,000 copper should cover the expenses. I don't think I have that amount. What special allies do I have? He shakes his head. No one has offered their help, I'm afraid. It may be possible to find an ally in Defiance Bay among the Knights of the Crucible, the Dozens, or, if you're truly desperate, the House Dominel. I've also heard rumors of a force of Raid Sarens currently in the White March. If you can find your way that far north, perhaps you can sway some of them to your cause. That's all for now. Very well. let's go ahead and see if...
Good day to you.
Farewell. Actually, let's take a look. How much money do we have? 7,000. I think we can deal with some of that. Let's actually see how much time I have left. What the hey. We're going to call this an end of the episode. I'm going to sell some stuff in the meantime, see if we can get up to that 10,000 mark. If you've enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like or give me some feedback if you prefer. Of course, subscription to the channel would also be most amazing if you enjoy my other work. As always, it's great to see you all here at the Fox Den. I hope you come back next time and pull up a chair for some more Pillars of Eternity. Alrighty, y'all take care now. Bye.